Hands together for Oliver Young!
Before I start, I just want to check, are there any deaf people in the audience tonight? Okay, good. I haven't eaten a Skittle in over 10 years. And it's because when I was 7, I went to science camp. And for some reason, they had us all participate in a Skittle eating contest to see who could eat the most Skittles in the shortest amount of time. And suffice to say, I won that contest. And I've never looked back. I've always kind of wanted to name my kid The Rock, my firstborn son, The Rock, just because I think it's kind of a cool name. But sometimes I get afraid that he'll grow up and resent it and change his name to Dwayne. There's a lot of places that are open 24 hours, and it's kind of a strange concept. But they're mostly like fast food restaurants and convenience stores, which I guess makes sense. And I'd like for you to take a second to imagine a 24-hour Payless shoes. You wake up at 4 in the morning in a cold sweat and you're anxious and nervous, and you sit fully upright and whisper, "Discount sneakers." I can do a few impressions. I'll do like 1 or 2 of them now, 3 of them. The first one is Waldo from Where's Waldo? "Man, this beach is crowded." The second is a guy who really badly wants to cover up the fact that he just tripped. The third is a really hilarious gravedigger his first day on the job. "Man, this place is dead tonight." Do you think Sally ever realized that seashells were right there on the seashore just for her to take? It's like if you set up a lemonade stand inside of a glass of lemonade. It's ridiculous. No part of that is good business planning. I was ordering at a diner once, and the waitress asked me what I wanted to drink. And I said, "Oh, I'll have a Dr. Pepper, please." And she said they didn't have Dr. Pepper. Would Mr. Pibb be okay? And I said, "No medical degree, no thank you." I have an idea for a horror movie about a doctor that goes insane, and he starts hunting down this group of teenage kids. And towards the end of the movie, after most of them have already been killed, and there's only a couple of them left, they realize all they had been doing that whole time to ward him off was eating an apple a day. The last time I was staying in a hotel, I wanted a drink from one of the Coca-Cola vending machines, which apparently don't have any water in them. And I went out there, and there was a guy standing there, and he must have wanted water because he looked really angry. And I heard him shout at the machine, "I don't want a brown drink." And it's like, "Excuse me, sir, that's racist." A word of advice: if you ask what the soup of the day is at nighttime, you and the server will explode. You know when you're walking down like outdoor mall or a crowded street, and there's all these people like trying to give you their CDs or make you sign petitions, and it's just never something you want to deal with. And I've realized the perfect defense mechanism to ward them off is to just hold up your hands like this and go, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I went to a used bookstore, and it was a very sad experience. Everything in there had been taken advantage of. That's a weird joke. My dog started talking to me last week. It was really exciting and just sort of strange. He looked right at me and he said, "Woof! Woof! Woof!" This isn't really a joke, but I just kind of want to tell this story. When I was a freshman in high school, I was really bad at math, and I had this tutor who was a senior in the same high school, and his name was Tam, and he wasn't a very good tutor. It was just sort of socially awkward, and he wasn't very good at math himself. And so one day I decided I didn't want him to be my tutor anymore. So he came to the door, and I said, "Oh, we don't have tutoring today." And he said, "Okay, next week?" And I said, "Not next week, or any other week." And it was a kind of a bad way to fire somebody, and I guess I feel bad about it. But we went to the same high school, so we would walk past each other in the halls, and he would always give me this nod, and I knew it was a nod full of contempt. You know, in my opinion, that first little pig deserved to get his house blown down. Because what kind of idiot thinks it's a good idea to build your home out of straw? If you're gonna build your house, make it something that can withstand something more than a wolf's breath. I noticed a sort of strange phenomenon that doesn't seem to be getting that much press. And it's that Danny DeVito is slowly getting shorter, and he's doing it gradually enough that it's not that noticeable. Like in the 80s, Danny DeVito was just sort of a short guy. And then in the 90s and early 2000s, it was like, whoa, Danny DeVito is really short. And now he's sort of rapidly approaching Ottoman height. I just think in 5 years, Danny DeVito is going to be a full-blown 2-foot troll, spinning riddles for kids under bridges. And personally, I'm excited for that career. That's all I got.
That was pretty good. All right, who's ready for some music?